military strength and powers in the seas. For thousands of years, the oceans have presented humanity both tremendous opportunity and paralyzing danger. These watery expanses enable travel, trade, resource extraction, and scientific exploration unparalleled on land. But the violent storms, icy waters, island disputes, and naval warfare also lurk as constant threats for those daring to harness the seas. As coastal nations compete for maritime influence, advanced navies have emerged as arbiters over regional stability and access. Below the waves, the struggle for dominance rages on. Formidable fleets ruling the seven seas. A navy's raw tonnage depicts only part of its true strength. Advanced technologies and skill give relatively small maritime forces an outsized impact during conflict. Aircraft carriers, stealthy submarines, anti-ship missiles, naval guns, and even robot warships have redefined power projection across oceans. Let us explore some of the world's foremost naval powers. Indian Navy, a rising Asian titan. With 60,000 personnel and over 295 vessels, India wields increasing influence from the Arabian Sea to the Straits of Malacca. For defense along its vast coastline, the Navy operates an aircraft carrier, numerous frigates and destroyers, plus nuclear and diesel-electric submarines. Patrol craft and mine countermeasures provide additional protection and deterrence. India augmented its fleet by acquiring an aircraft carrier from Russia and combatants from Russia, Europe, and domestic shipyards. New Delhi sees its navy as an invaluable foreign policy tool, conducting port visits globally while tracking Chinese submarine activity in regional waters. Advanced indigenous vessels, like the Shivalik-class stealth frigates and Kalvari-class submarines, showcase India's growing naval industries. Taiwanese Navy, an island fortress. Guarding the Taiwan Strait requires advanced equipment and constant vigilance by Taipei's maritime forces. With over 100 ships and 38,000 personnel, Taiwan's Navy performs wide-ranging missions despite its small size. Domestically produced combatants plus acquisitions from the US and France furnish the fleet's capabilities. Of note, Taiwan employs 4 Kidd-class destroyers packing anti-aircraft missiles and Harpoon anti-ship missiles. Its navy also encompasses Perry and Lafayette-class frigates for broader patrolling, 6 retrofitted submarines, dozens of fast missile craft, and ample mines to deter amphibious landings. Together with land-based aircraft and missiles, the Taiwanese Navy presents a formidable challenge for any hostile intruders approaching its home shores. French Navy, a formidable European force. As an overseas empire builder reliant on maritime mobility, France has maintained powerful fleets for centuries. Today, the Maritime Nationale employs 44,000 personnel across 180 vessels to not just protect France, but project influence from the Americas to Asia-Pacific waters. The Navy's only nuclear-powered carrier, Charles de Gaulle, serves as its flagship, transporting Rafale jets globally. Amphibious assault ships like the Mistral-class landing platform docks enable expeditionary deployment of vehicles, helicopters, and 900 troops. Destroyers armed with anti-ship Exocet missiles and anti-air Aster missiles guard these capital ships. Nuclear-powered attack submarines prowl deeper waters while special forces swimmer delivery vehicles conduct covert beach reconnaissance. Together, these assets make France a naval player to be reckoned with far from Europe. Chinese Navy, an emerging behemoth. Once confined near its coastline, China's People's Liberation Army Navy has grown exponentially to 300,000 personnel and over 750 ships. This makes it the largest naval force on the planet. China's shipbuilding bonanza over the past 2 decades has birthed numerous guided missile destroyers, stealthy submarines, corvettes, and even refurbished aircraft carriers. Its arsenal also boasts diverse missile types, ranging from anti-ship ballistic missiles like the DF-21D to supersonic anti-ship cruise missiles like the YJ-12. While traditionally inferior in experience and technology compared to Western navies, China's maritime might is closing the gap through massive spending, espionage, and indigenous electronics/platform developments. The PLAN's expansive operations into the Pacific and Indian Oceans underline Beijing's global power projection ambitions. US Navy, the gold standard. Ever since World War II, America has leaned on its unrivaled navy to influence events abroad. Forward-deployed carrier strike groups provide mobile air power to deter aggression practically anywhere in the world's oceans. With 400 ships and over 340,000 active personnel plus civilians, the U.S. Navy operates more aircraft carriers, nuclear submarines, cruisers, littoral combat ships, and advanced destroyers than all other countries combined. Flights of the FA-18 jets flying off nuclear supercarriers like the Nimitz class bring practically an air force's worth of firepower into maritime hotspots. Guided missile submarines that can wipe out cities with nuclear warheads deter existential threats. With jet fighters now taking off from amphibious assault ships, even more vessels in the US fleet can influence local crises. This formidable naval armada looks ready to dominate the waves for decades more. Submarine silent threats. Under the waves, stealth reigns supreme. Attack submarines specialize in sinking surface ships and land targets with torpedoes/cruise missiles, while ballistic missile subs can wipe out cities halfway around the planet. Their ability to remain undetected across vast ocean distances makes these underwater denizens invaluable strategic assets. Now the naval dominance below rests on a three-way rivalry between long-standing competitors. U.S. Submarine Force, the undisputed rulers beneath the waves. With around 70 submarines, the U.S. operates the world's most powerful underwater fleet through tonnage displacement and weapon system advancement. It uniquely fields 18 Ohio-class nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, SSBNs, which represent the most survivable leg of America's nuclear triad deterrence. Each can unleash 24 Trident II submarine-launched ballistic missiles armed with multiple nuclear warheads capable of vaporizing cities over 7,500 miles away. 3 Seawolf and 14 Virginia-class attack submarines, SSNs, pursue stealthy naval warfare with Mk-48 torpedoes and Tomahawk cruise missiles able to strike land targets over 900 miles inland. Such subs will conduct dangerous forward reconnaissance, sink enemy ships, launch special forces, and geolocate targets for bombardment. Already formidable, exciting unmanned underwater vehicles and extra-large 22-class SSN/SSBN subs are coming soon. Russian Submarine Force, capable heirs to the Soviet legacy. As the successor to the Soviet Union's formidable submarine fleet, Russia inherited first-rate capabilities and continues to advance despite economic troubles following the Cold War. Its 64 submarines encompass the stealthy 29,000-ton Bory-class SSBN armed with 16 deadly Bulava submarine-launched ballistic missiles. Guided missile submarines like the Oscar II class excel at anti-ship and land attack missions. The Yasen-class SSN combines torpedoes, anti-ship/land attack cruise missiles, with underwater reconnaissance drones. Stealth technology reduces submarine signatures while high automation cuts crew sizes. Yet naval missile defenses must stay alert to Russia's sub-launched Caliber missile proliferating globally. Though not matching peak Cold War deployment rates, Russia's submarine force remains rightfully respected. Watch for exciting new Belgorod spy subs, Poseidon nuclear torpedoes, and upgraded Bory-class SSBNs coming soon. Chinese submarine fleet, a stealthy threat realization. Cast off past doubts, China's maturing submarine fleet presents a formidable threat, especially as South China Sea tensions simmer. Its mix of 79 quiet diesel and nuclear-powered attack submarines plus ballistic missile subs credibly challenge U.S. regional naval dominance for the first time. 4 Jin-class SSBNs each carry JL-2 missiles with enough range to strike the western half of America. Meanwhile, 12 Kilo-class subs purchased from Russia can sink surface warships and lay naval mines using wire-guided torpedoes. Homegrown Song, Huan, Shang, and forthcoming Type 095 attack submarines threaten enemy vessels pushing into contested Pacific seas. Beijing's naval architects have even tested underwater drone aircraft carrier and are developing new deep-diving spy submersibles. With continued indigenous innovation plus Russian/Western engineering theft, China's submarine fleet looks to menace regional adversaries for years to come. The future battle space below. Technological disruption under the waves is already rewriting naval warfare dynamics. Greater automation and artificial intelligence will reduce submarine crew sizes while enabling safer operations. Unmanned underwater vehicles can conduct remote maritime surveys, stealthily scout coastlines, sweep for mines, deploy sensor networks, or directly engage hostile forces as drone submarines. China, Russia, and America all see automation, electrification, miniaturization, artificial intelligence, and directed energy radically changing submarine warfare. Naval commanders are also weaponizing sea life science for military applications. Who controls the world's ocean a decade henceforth remains in furious competition. Naval power dynamics keep evolving as new technologies upend existing battlespace rules. Missiles sink costly ships, resulting in distributed fleets with deception and mobility emphasized over heavy armor. Automation permits smaller crew sizes as tactical data fusion places greater fighting responsibility into algorithms over fallible humans. Artificial intelligence then processes sensor feeds, cues weapons, plots evasive courses, and much more, freeing sailors to focus on broader strategy. New modes of sea transport like aircraft carriers, trimarans, hydrofoils, and even drone sailboats discard old designs for revolutionary concepts favoring flexibility and efficiency. Under the waves, propulsion innovations permit extraordinary speeds and weapon types, while new materials withstand crushing pressures for extreme submersion. Coming decades look intriguing as traditional navies steeped in rigid doctrine reckon with tech-savvy challengers, fielding expendable smart weapons, flooding warfare with chaos, confusion, and paralysis. For now, advanced combatants from expanding Chinese, Indian, and American naval forces appear poised to dominate regional oceans while upholding Straits access for safe global shipping. Tracked by stealthy attack submarines and surveilled by underwater drones just over the horizon, naval commanding officers must master new battlespace complexities, as teaming missile exchanges test even automated decision-making capacities. The oceans remain ripe for opportunity by those willing to harness its gusts. However, formidable sea powers still arise whose fury remains unforgiving against unprepared voyagers ignoring the water's timeless, lethal volatility. As climate change, Arctic access, seabed resources, and maritime sciences transform maritime priorities, naval technologies enabling force projection, sea control, and deterrence keep maturing dramatically in ways sure to disrupt coming conflicts and geopolitics for decades to come.